Iran's a state sponsor of terrorism.
This radical regime spread death, destruction, and chaos.
This is Istanbul, just heading into the Tehran flight now. Iran has been running negative headlines for as long as I can remember. From protests against the West to supporting terrorism. I'd have to be completely out of my mind to travel there, right? If I have to believe Western media, Iran can be an unsafe and hostile place. I'm curious to see if there's another side. So I've got this rental car to take me around the country to find out if Iran is really that bad. In season 1 of this series, I'll be exploring if Iran is a safe place to travel. And we'll find out what's on the minds of people I meet. As a photographer, I'm always fascinated by the unknown. New situations make me more creative and let me develop myself as a human being. So we're in the north of Tehran. Supposedly this is a rich part of town and we're going to check out a museum, but first we're going to have some lunch.
Have a good time, sir.
Thank you. During lunch, I start talking to the girl at the table next to me and immediately get into an interesting conversation on how the West sees Iran. So which are the myths you think should be really debunked?
I would say that Iranian people are poor, we are westernized. So that mentality of Iranian people being restricted even behind closed doors, that doesn't exist at all. Tehran in particular is not what the media depicts, because I'm wearing a headscarf right now, but it's just the formalities.
Like when the doors close?
Oh, absolutely. It's like when it turns night, behind closed doors, there are no restrictions whatsoever. We drink like the Western people, we party like the Western people.
This conversation got me thinking. The media seems to show just one side of Iran. So what do we want to see in the West? Everyone I meet is open to get their photograph taken. They're interested in my pictures and especially how they look. And I'm getting everyone's Instagram account to stay in touch. Then I spot a group of people, fully covered in tattoos, some with dreadlocks and all with dyed hair. When I take their picture, the girls take their headscarves off. In public. I'm surprised. I thought you could get arrested if the police spot you like this. Payam, the guy in the group, tells me he's a tattoo artist and he clearly has some good customers in the girls he's with. They also show me their Instagram accounts, which are full of shots with tattooed people and uncovered body parts that would certainly ring some alarm bells. Payam shakes it off. He tells me this is the way they express themselves. Maybe that is what you do when you live in a country where you're not allowed to do everything you want. You push the limits as much as you can.
Rainier is here.
Yeah, Rainier, that's my name, is here.
How old are you? Yeah.
It's quite clear these are just youngsters wanting to have some fun. I wonder if they ever get into trouble because of their behavior or looks. We move on. In traffic, we encounter a lot of women behind the wheel. In my view of Iran, this wouldn't be possible, so I guess I was wrong. Maybe our idea of Iran is just far from what reality is on the ground. Earlier that day, we got invited by Massa and her husband, a couple who are both working in the finance industry and live a busy city life in Tehran. I asked them how their life compares to other places in the country.
Lamb and potato.
Oh, I love lamb. Oh, nice.
We work from 7 to 5, 6, 7, you know. We come to the home and we just watch TV series.
You have to like that type of life to live it, otherwise I think you go crazy.
Somehow we nag about it, the pollution, the traffic, and how bad it is, and it's better to live in some place quiet, with a river or seaside. We can go sailing in smaller cities around the country. The life is somehow different, but it's more traditional maybe, and people have more time to be with each other. And I miss the highways, I miss the traffic, I miss the people, I miss the, the crowded streets, and we are addicted to this kind of life, It's like, it feels like you are in the middle of the game.
You strike me as a very career-minded woman.
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
But you both are very career-minded.
I'm not, but myself.
Oh, but she is.
Workaholic.
Workaholic. While her husband is making tea and doing dishes, Massa and I keep talking. I'm surprised by the setting. In my view of the regional culture, I'd assume the woman would act as an hostess, while the man would do the talking. But in this relationship, Massa seems the talkative one, while her husband doesn't mind cleaning up. For dessert, it's saffron ice cream. And let's not forget a picture before we head off. Really nice, really friendly, open-minded people. It's really surprising how open they are and how they look at the world and welcome other people and understand other people and make lovely food. Getting so much unexpected warmness really made me happy the first day. So we got some nice pictures of people tasted the food and got our first taste of the country. So I'm happy to discover more.